Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing a Toyota Corolla Cross. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Orem Mazda here in Utah for giving me some time with this Corolla Cross. This particular Corolla Cross is still available for sale for the time being, so if you're interested, I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. And then they obviously also do sell the new Mazda, so if you're looking for a new Mazda, definitely reach out to them. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering this is a naturally aspirated 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through a CVT automatic. Power outputs are 169 horsepower and then 151 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we go over the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Starting with the hood, it's actually very simplistic with the design. It's just flat there in the center. You got some body lines there on either side and beautiful metallic white paint. Coming down below, I love the daytime running lights on the Corolla Cross. I think they look really cool. We've got parking sensors here on the front end, then you guys can see fog lights as well, and then obviously the Toyota logo. Putting it all together, I think that Toyota did a really good job with styling the Corolla Cross. It has a cool sporty appearance. Coming around the side here, tire wheel setup is 225, 55, 18 in the front and over in the rear. And then you guys can see with the rest of the wheel design, you got the silver on the top, metallic gray below that. Looks good. Got these fender flares here, and you can see the bodywork continues all along the side. And then mirror is body painted as well as the door handles, and this one actually has the roof rack. And then here's your full side view with the Corolla Cross. Pretty interesting with some of the body line choices, but I think it looks good. So here's a key fob. It's pretty simple. You've got the Toyota logo there at the bottom. You've got your opening for the hatch, lock and unlock, and well, yeah, there you go. Now popping into the cargo area, you guys can see I've got a cargo cover built in from the factory. Got this nice floor covering, spare tire underneath, and of course the Toyota first aid kit. And when you're all done, just press this button right here and that will lower the hatch right back down. Now taking a look at the taillights, you guys can see here Corolla Cross there on the light, which is pretty cool. You've got your badges here on the back end, and then we've got more parking sensors. So wrapping things up, let me know what you guys think about the styling on the Corolla Cross, but I think that Toyota did a good job. Now popping inside, even though this is kind of hard to the touch, it does have some stitching through it. You got some padding down below, and then you got your cup holder right here. These seats are kind of snazzy, two-tone as you can see. Now this is a smaller CUV, so legroom a little bit more on the cramped side, but I mean I do fit back here. We've got some vent action here in the back. Of course we have a cup holder armrest and headroom. Solid. Now taking a look at the front door panel, again two-tone with the coloration. Got all of our window controls here, mirror adjustment, door lock and unlock, you know, all the normal stuff. Pretty cool with the door handle. And then the mirrors do have blind spot monitoring. And then taking a look at the front seat, you can see two-tone just like the back. Got your power adjustments here on the side. It says Corolla Cross right there. And then you guys can see here for the lights and then the hatch and everything. And then, yeah, more of that stitching. Now here's a quick look at the steering wheel. We've got really nice padding all around. You can see the stitching there on the center is dark to match the overall theme. We got adaptive cruise control with our lane keep assist controls for the center stack, volume controls as well. Turn signal light stock, and then our windshield wiper stock. We got this digital gauge cluster in the center, which I think looks pretty cool. You can scroll through a bunch of different menus, see different bits of info on systems within the car, and that's pretty much all. Now in reverse, we do have a backup camera, which trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel, and resolution is pretty solid. Now this is Toyota's newer infotainment system. It has a shortcut bar here on the side, responds really well, pretty easy to use overall. Dual zone climate controls down below, and then we've got the soft touch here on the dash with the stitching. I do like that around the vent though, it's just like the regular Corolla. And then we've got some heated seats here, USB action, wireless phone charging pad, and then you guys can see the shifter here for the CVT, also stability control up front. Kind of hard to see. Auto stop start as well. Got our parking brake and our auto hold, and then some cup holder action, and then look at the padding here in the center console. More USB action, and see what the glove box is like. Yeah, pretty spacious overall. And then up top, you guys can see we've got this nice lighter colored headliner, and we have a sunroof as well. Let's talk about visibility before you set off. Here's visibility of the hood, both of the mirrors, which do have blind spot monitoring, and through the rest to the rear. And yeah, let's set off in the Corolla Cross, right? It's kind of an interesting name because they're basically trying to say that this is the SUV version of a Corolla, hence the cross in the name. But it really doesn't, like, it doesn't look like a, I mean, that vent part, like, that's from the Corolla. And some of this, you know, this interior setup's also from the Corolla. But, like, outside of that, yeah, it just doesn't look the same. But anyways, this obviously is the regular version, not the new hybrid. I'm not sure when I'll be able to review the new hybrid version, but obviously I'll be able to do it when I'll be able to do it. With that being said, this regular version feels like it's got decent get up initially. I will say it's pretty comfortable. I like the steering too. Now, suspension does a pretty decent job with damping over the bumps and everything. Yeah, I think it does a pretty good job actually. Overall, lane keep assist is aggressive. That's funny. Yeah, and braking's also pretty solid. This drives well, honestly. I think the only thing that might be a little bit of a letdown will be the acceleration because of the CVT, but we'll have to see that in just a moment. But so far, I think it's like the seat comfort's good. It drives well. I don't really have anything bad to say about it so far. But let's see what the acceleration's like. Oh yeah, that's where it kind of, you know, lets you down a little bit. But I mean, this is pretty typical for this segment of crossover. So it's not like the Corolla Cross is not competitive. You know, everything else in this segment, it's pretty much right there. The only vehicle in this segment that I would say is definitely a step above would probably be like the CX-30. I know I'm at a Mazda dealership, I'm saying this, but like seriously, that one doesn't have a CVT. Most, you know, crossovers in this segment have CVTs, and you can get a turbo version with that, and that thing's a rocket ship. So let me know what you guys think about the Corolla Cross. I think it's a good little SUV, CUV, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really do anything like crazy out there. It's got good build. It's Toyota, right? It's got good build quality. It's got nice features, wireless phone charging pad, heated seats, dual zone climate, all of that. And so, yeah, let me know what you guys think.